If you're considering explant surgery or you just had one and you think, once I get my explant, I'm going to feel so much better within the first 6 months. You're not wrong, but you might be setting your expectations a little high and setting yourself up for disappointment. Let me explain. Explanting is step 1 on your journey back to health after breast implant illness. Explanting does remove the root of where the toxins are stemming from, but the residual that's left behind is still there and needs to be addressed for up to a year. Hey, it's Christina, the founder of Size Happy, BII advocate, and the admin of the Facebook group Breast Implant Illness, Rejuvenation, and Education with Christina. If you explanted and feel like you should be feeling better by now, or if you have some symptoms that are lingering, or maybe you feel worse, one or more of these 12 things might be the culprit as to why, and something I recommend you look further into. So let's dive into it. If you feel like you're having a hard time recovering after your explant surgery, I would definitely recommend looking to see if you have the MTHFR gene mutation. If you have this gene mutation, your body has a harder time processing and eliminating toxins. So if you're feeling like you're just more fatigued, more brain fogged lately, maybe you've started some kind of detox and you feel like it's just backfiring, definitely look to see if you have that MTHFR gene mutation. I'll put a link down below as to where you can get this done. The second thing is, are you on prescription medications? So prescription medications, they're just really harsh on the liver. So if you're on any kind of medication, that could also be potentially hindering your healing post-explant. So something that I would recommend is helping your body nourish and cleanse your liver and your kidneys and your blood. Some supplements that I would recommend are milk thistle, dandelion, and burdock root. I'll put a link down to those below, but also, before you go and purchase any of these supplements or anything that I ever recommend, especially if you're on medications, is to always check to see if there's any kind of interactions or what the side effects may be, or let's say, you shouldn't take it because you have high blood pressure. You always want to check on the supplements that you're going to take to see if they kind of interact or interfere with anything you're already taking that is necessary. So if you're on prescription medication, that could be another reason why you're not healing as fast as you think you should after your explant. The third thing is, do you have any autoimmune diseases? Chances are, if you do have an autoimmune disease, you're probably on medications and you might have a weakened immune system. So if you do have any kind of autoimmune diseases, just be patient with your body, follow everything that your doctor and your medical team is suggesting, but just know that this could also be a reason why you just aren't healing as fast as you would like to after your explant surgery. Number 4, are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough rest? When you're sleeping, your body does a tremendous amount of cleansing and detoxing, cell turnover, muscle repair. Sleep is so crucial and critical post-explant. So if you're not getting enough sleep, some tips that I have for you, these are just some recommendations. Magnesium is amazing to have before you go to sleep. Also, maybe 1 little milligram of melatonin, some chamomile tea. You could sleep naked, have a completely pitch dark room, and turn your AC down as cold as you can. I like to have mine down to 67 degrees. So make sure you are resting and sleeping really good after your explant surgery. The 5th thing to look into if you feel like you aren't healing fast after your explant surgery is, are you under a tremendous amount of stress? Whether it's from work or relationship, or maybe you have something going on, maybe you're stressed about, your recovery, whatever it may be, stress throws our body for a loop. It slows digestion, it suppresses our immune system. And so ask yourself, okay, if I am stressed, what is causing me stress? Is it an environment? Is it a person? Is it just like a thought? Is this worry that I'm carrying around me? And then figure out some ways to either cope with it, manage it, or completely eliminate it while you're healing from this explant surgery. The 6th thing is, Are you living in a toxic environment? And what I mean by this is, maybe you're not using the best household cleaning products, cosmetic, hygiene products out there that are as clean as can be, at least. I have some things right here that I wanted to show you. So if you're just a little bit overwhelmed as to what can I do to clean up my household cleaning products and my hygiene products and my cosmetics and stuff like that, just start really small. I use a deodorant that does not have aluminum. I use a toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride. And then some other products that I use is Giovanni. They have really good facial moisturizers, facial scrubs, shampoos, and conditioners. And here's their leave-in conditioner. So Giovanni is a brand that I love and I trust when it comes to my face and my hair. Some lotion that I use is by Shea Moisture. They're amazing, they're clean. And something else that I would also recommend is downloading an app. It's called Think Dirty. And basically what you do is you just scan the barcode of your body lotion, your body wash, your shampoo, your conditioner, all this stuff. And it'll rate everything on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being super clean, 10 being oh my gosh, get this out of my house immediately. But download that app, start scanning some of the barcodes in your bathroom, and you'll be surprised. And again, just start small. Start with deodorant or your toothpaste or maybe your facial stuff, maybe your hair stuff. And then next I would move into your kitchen and go through all of your cleaning stuff. So if you're living in a very toxic environment, your body's going to have a harder time removing those toxins after your explant because you're still going to be bombarded by them from your exterior environment now. Number 7, how is your mindset and your thoughts and your attitude? When we are in just a negative space or a space of worry or fear or guilt, it can weaken our body. Energy and emotions and thoughts, they're all connected. So again, find the culprit of what is causing the stress or causing any kind of negativity in your life. Sometimes it could be yourself. We could be our own worst enemy. And work on just reaffirming and getting back into alignment with the things that are going to call in healing and happiness, especially after your explant surgery. The 8th thing I would look into if you feel like you're not healing or recovering fast enough after your explant surgery is your diet. And I don't mean diet in the sense of restriction. I just mean the way in which you're eating. So are you eating enough? Are you eating 80% really high quality clean foods? And are you eating enough protein? I talk about this in a lot of my videos. So protein is really essential, especially post-explant, because the protein is what's going to help your muscles rebuild and repair quicker. A lot of women, when I look at what they're eating, they're really deficient in their protein intake. So the rule of thumb is anywhere from 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per body weight. So if you're 115 pounds, you'll have anywhere from 115 to 127 grams of protein every single day. Divide that into 5 meals, and that's 20, 25 grams of protein at each meal. So make sure you're eating enough calories, you're eating just really good quality foods, low inflammatory foods, and you're getting in enough protein to help you heal a little bit faster after your explant. Number 9, and chances are this is going to be a yes, but were you on any kind of antibiotics recently? So antibiotics, as beneficial as they are when you really need them, they do wipe out a lot of your gut bacteria, including your good gut bacteria. And as we know, your gut is connected to your immune system. It's also connected to anxiety and depression. Our gut is considered our second brain. So if you've been on antibiotics a couple times, once over the last year, you're going to want to work on that gut health. So not only take probiotics, but you'll want to incorporate a lot of prebiotics too. Things like kimchi, kefir, Greek yogurt, kombucha, fermented foods. I feel like I'm missing a couple things, but get those prebiotics, get those probiotics, and lower your stress, because again, stress does slow digestion. It suppresses your immune system. So everything's kind of intertwined, but definitely look into your gut health and ways to improve it if you have been on antibiotics anytime over the last year. Number 10, and this this can really hinder healing. It can hinder growth. It can hinder everything. Are you around really negative, toxic people? The energy vampires, the ones that always tear you down, make you question everything. Maybe they make you feel bad. They make you feel ugly. We know who they are. So if you are around anybody who's just negative, first thing I would do is just say, cut them out of your life. But if you can't, definitely try to minimize the amount of time that you have to be around these people. Because negative people, they're just toxic. We don't need them. We don't have time for them. So they can really hinder our healing. So if you're around some negative people, time to cut them out. The 11th thing that I would look into and kind of explore is, did you have any lymph nodes removed? I know some women during their explant surgery, because of silicone or whatever it may be, even with breast cancer, they have lymph nodes removed. And so if you've ever had any kind of lymph nodes removed, or if your lymph system is just stagnant in general, that could be another reason why you aren't healing and feeling as well as you think you should be after your explant surgery. So some things that you can do to help support your lymphatic system is jump on a rebounder twice a day for 10 minutes, dry brush once a day for 5 to 10 minutes, preferably right before the shower, or do a lymphatic massage. Actually, another thing you could do is alternating hot and cold showers when you go into the shower. So it's like 15 seconds as cold as you can stand, 15 seconds as hot as you can stand, and then just alternate that back and forth for about 3 minutes. All 4 of these techniques are my go-tos to help me just keep my lymphatic fluids going and keep my lymphatic system strong. And number 12, and this is especially true if you've had saline implants, is, were your saline implants moldy, or have you been exposed to mold recently? That could be another reason why maybe you aren't healing as fast as you think you should after your explant. So if you've been exposed to mold, if your implants have been moldy, then definitely work with somebody who can help you in your body now that you got the implants out, get you back into just a balance after mold exposure. And I do want to say before we leave, so regardless of how you're feeling after your explant, I truly do believe that regardless of anything, you and your body are so much healthier without those implants inside of you. Those 40 plus chemicals and those heavy metals, they don't do anybody good. And so even though you might not be feeling too well right now, maybe you're 6 months, maybe you're 5 weeks, right? I know a lot of women, they're like, I'm 5 weeks post-explant and I'm still not feeling good. 5 weeks is still, it's such a short amount of time on the grand scale of how long you had your implants. So, it takes a couple of years to really get back to how you were before you had the breast implants, in my opinion. There's a rule of thumb that says for every year that you've had your breast implants, it takes about a month of healing. So I know some women, they explant and they feel good right off the bat. And then there's some women who they take weeks to months to years to actually get better. So if you feel like, you're however long after explant and you're just not feeling your best and you're doing everything right, definitely look into these 12 things. Look into the MTHFR Gene-Mutation. Consider if you are on prescription medication, consider that maybe you're under a little bit of stress, or maybe you're not sleeping as well, or maybe you're not eating as much as you should be. So consider some of these 12 things and be like, oh, I could probably do a little bit better in this area. Or, maybe I should go check to see if I do have that MTHFR Gene-Mutation, especially if you have detoxed and you feel like you're not feeling better after you did a detox. That could be a good indicator that you might have the MTHFR Gene-Mutation. So I hope that this helped you. Hopefully it helped uncover maybe some kind of missing piece that you weren't considering after your explant, and you get back to looking and feeling amazing really quick. All right, see you on the next video.